And good morning. Boy, oh boy, what's heading this way? Oh my gosh. A Cat 5. Now, this isn't Kingston, but on the other side, this is east, the western part, like Montego Bay. That's where the eye is projected to go, on the western side of the island. It does not look good for these people there. It just doesn't. I'm going to look at Windy. I mean, this is bad. So here's Kingston, but it looks like the eye may go this way. And there it comes. So Kingston's going to get a lot of surge, but they're going to get so much rain. So here's Kingston. Black River. Now, I don't know if there's any cams over there. But boy, oh boy. I highly doubt it. No nearby cams available. Yeah, this is not, it's a loop. Yeah, I don't see any cameras in that area. It's St. Elizabeth. No web cameras around. Oh, there's another one. Let's see. Nope. I'm trying to go to the western part of the island. This is near Kingston. Looks like the really bad part of it is going to go to the western part of the island. But I think this is it. It's the only cameras I can find. But it's going to be bad for the whole island. I mean, I'm trying to... Let me check. I saw that, KJ. There's another camera angle. It's supposed to hit tonight or early tomorrow morning. So my prayers go out to all these people. Oh my God. Because there's a lot of poverty-stricken people on Jamaica. And then this thing is going to head up toward Cuba. eastern Cuba. So this thing is going to affect a lot of areas, and this is a serious situation for these folks. I mean, boy oh boy. And it's also some areas 3 feet of rain. 3 feet. Forget about it. Yeah, I found a few cams, but I'm gonna stick with these. You can just look at it and see how vulnerable this is. And all that rain in those mountains, oh my gosh. There's going to be all kinds of bad, potentially catastrophic damage. I mean, this is not going to be a good thing for these people. So, prayers go out to them. Because this is, like I said, this is Cat 5 bearing down on Jamaica. Hopefully it weakens and it's not a Cat 5. What's up, Genghis? Good. Skywalker's going to bed. Yeah, I just looked at the models. It's supposed to turn right into Jamaica. Looks like the western portion of the island. I could look at the models again, but I mean, this thing is imminent. Like literally imminent. And then it's going to go near Cuba. And God only knows what else it's going to affect. Let's take a look at the model. Yeah, there's, didn't you know there's a weather weapon that we have to keep it from hitting the United States? Make it turn, you know what I'm saying? That's what we have. We're protecting the United States, making sure nothing comes in this year. All the storms have been turning away. So it looks like we have something going on. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, YouTube and all the other platforms. But, you know, we hear that kind of nonsense all the time. And there it goes, the turn. Look at this. See, it's gonna, the western part of the, this is what I'm looking at right here. This is Kingston. That's the cameras we're looking at. Looks like it's really gonna come in to the western part of Jamaica. They're gonna get the brunt right there. Right here. Alligator Pond, all this area. The onshore flow. Montego Bay. That's where the cruise ships go. In Jamaica. Right there. No, it's true. No, I know, KJ. That's what I'm worried about. And then it's going up toward Cuba. Right here. How strong will it be after making landfall? But Jamaica's not a big island. And then look up here. bad. Bad for these islands. I mean, this shit is bad. So it's going to affect multiple areas. It's not just Jamaica. And that's the concern too, as it goes right through here and then out. But this is the concern right here. Guantanamo Bay is not far from here. It's in here somewhere. Right here. So back it up. Right there. There's the low. So they got that onshore flow. As this thing heads toward the island. So it looks like it's going to do a right turn, go this way, and up. So all those island chain areas, Jamaica, and look at the cameras. This is Kingston. Now this is on the eastern part of the island. Now, a Cat 5 is a Cat 5. So, even though they're on the eastern part, does not mean it's not going to be bad. It's the one thing I'll say by looking at I would have to look at the satellite imagery. The storm looks tight and kind of not that enormous, which is good. Because if this was a big storm, that island would be leveled. I hate to say it, but thank God it doesn't look like it's that big of a storm. It's a smaller hurricane in size. Looking at the scope of it. You see it? Let's look at satellite. Look at that fucker. Look at that eye. That is a well organized eye. That is like textbook Cat 5 right there. That is a textbook Cat 5. Look at that. Look at that eye. Look how organized that eye is. And that's the problem. It's moving. That's what KJ just said is right. It's moving so slow. This thing's going to sit. It's going to drop feet of rain potentially. Feet of rain. And constant barrage of these gusty hurricane Cat 5 winds. Oh my God. This is a disaster for Jamaica. Seriously, this is a disaster potentially for Jamaica. Look at that eye. That is serious. That is serious. And we're not going to get much of a movement on it. So I'm going to go here. No options. Sound lightning. Overlay with radar. That's not going to show us much. It's not. It's barely moving.
Good morning. Here's
Alexa,
your
stop.
radio.
Jesus. I'd rather that. Let's do a 6 hour. Look at that. Wow, it actually backed up a little bit. Kingston got to be careful. This is no guarantee that it's going to hit the western part of the island. Look how it just backed up. At the very last clip. Look. Look. It started to go back a little bit in the last couple of lapses. Look at it. Look at the mouse. Now watch. Look at it. Just right there. It started to bounce back. That means it could start to come up sooner. And it could actually affect more of the midsection, which is devastating. Any way of this is devastating. But see that little wobble back? And as crazy as it sounds, look at the inflow. Look at all this energy here. Look at this. This freaking thing might get bigger. It might get bigger. It looks like this piece wants to join into the whole freaking storm. Look at this. I would love to see what this is producing as far as thunderstorms. Oh, here they are. I knew it. That's a bad sign. As crazy as this sounds, that looks like intensification. This is intensification. It's coming into the storm. This is sick. This could get bigger. Because it's moving slow. This thing could intensify even more than what it is right now. Based on what I'm seeing, when you see all that lightning coming in to that portion, that vector of the storm, that thing could get even more powerful, as crazy as that sounds. Did the screen go black on Twitch? It went black on mine. Shit, it's black on all ends. Oh no. On YouTube, it's fine. Okay, I see Twitch again. That was weird. Again, this is not good. This is not good. It did for a minute, right? But, oh my God, my prayers go out to these people. Oh my God. This is not good. And remember, it's early. The storm is still way, way offshore. It's gonna, and it's probably gonna, it might not get there till tomorrow morning. So this is just the outer fringes of it. Let's call it the outer bands. This is gonna be, it's not gonna be good. That I could say. It's not gonna be good. That storm, it's gonna be devastating for this area. Look how poor the drainage is here. I don't even see where water can go. Do you see any sewers? Do you see any? I don't even see that there. The water's just going to sit. It's going to flood everything. And all the water coming down from the mountains. They're expecting in some places feet of rain. Feet. Because like you said, it's moving slow. I don't know. See, the storm predicted that's not going to affect the big city like Jamaica. That's not necessarily true because this is so. Hurricanes are unpredictable. They wobble, they change. I would not guarantee that this thing doesn't get closer to Kingston. It all depends when it starts to make that turn. Right now, they're predicting the turn to go toward the western part of the island. That's not a guarantee. They can predict all they want. You got to see in real time. I got a black screen on Twitch. Oh, it's back now. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, no, it did. There's some kind of glitch going on. Fingers. It's back now. I'm seeing it. Could be Streamlabs. Could be Streamlabs. It depends. I'm seeing the video fine. So I'm guessing it's Streamlabs going out to these platforms. But really, this is not going to really get really bad until late tonight. Tomorrow morning. That's when this is not, and that's if these cameras are not going to probably be operational by tomorrow morning. But this is bad. And like I just looked at the last loop. That's why I do not go based on predictions. Not with hurricanes. You know how many times they predict it's going to go a certain way and it's off by 50 or 100 miles? 50 to 100 miles here is big time. Big time. Because what east or west can make a big difference. Because if it starts to make the turn now, it goes more toward the center. If it's able to go out a little bit and then make its turn, yes, then it goes this way. But the last radar loop showed that it looks like it's backing up now. It just went back. That's not good. That's why I do not go on predictions. Okay, let's see where it goes. It's wobbling. Yeah, it's going. It's going. Let's see. Let's take that last position right there. So it looks like it's still making a move to the west. Oh, that's so bizarre. The way it just slid like that. I mean, actually, the other Wow, look at that fucking lightning. Oh my god. Now you see there's because things might get crazy over here. Okay, what is this? There's a low pressure there. I don't see anything crazy for us.
You need cigarettes, bro?
Yeah. I don't see nothing crazy for us. They were saying we might have a storm, but it doesn't look that bad. I don't know. It doesn't look good for Jamaica. I can tell you that right now. They look like they're gonna get smashed.
I'm going over there.
I mean, yeah, that is crazy. Kingus, that is crazy. But instead of using that kind of a device, it would be something maybe to counter the energy, to lower the pressure. I don't know about that. See, a lot of it is also heat. So if you were to release like hydrogen, not even hydrogen, liquid, but something really cold and expel it. It doesn't have to be like that. I don't want to even repeat it because I might get hit for that. But something else to disrupt the energy. Because a lot of it is feeding from the warm water. That's what fuels it, that warm water. Well, if you were to drop something and cool the water off, and where it doesn't tap into it, you might have something else there. It's not so much about disrupting the storm itself. It's the where does the storm get its energy from? The water. Cold water does not fuel hurricanes. Warm water does. So it's more about the energy of the water. But that's a lot of water. So you would have to do a lot to change that. And then people would be like, well, you're disrupting life. So you know what I mean? So you're going to have the environmentalists go insane if you even think about doing something like that. But still, it doesn't necessarily have to. Just something really cold, because it's picking up the warmth. So something cold to disrupt the storm. I mean, you could even think about putting some ice crystallization in the clouds. It doesn't have to be some kind of a device like you said, but it can be something to counter the energy in the clouds themselves. Cool it down. So if you think about what we use this for solid fuel boosters, and you see how cold it is, the liquid hydrogen, or something that you can put and expel it in the clouds. You know, you fly it over, boom, and boom, 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 they implode right over the clouds. I bet you that would have an effect, but you would need a lot of it. But I bet you it might work. It's something to consider. And that's not going to harm the atmosphere. It's not going to harm life in the sea. You're just cooling down the atmosphere. That'd be an interesting theory to try. You know? I mean, let's see. Let me see something. I mean, look at this. It is minus 423 degrees Fahrenheit. Liquid hydrogen is the liquid state of the element hydrogen, which requires cooling to 20.28 K. It is used for rocket fuel and a cryogenic liquid for various applications. Could you imagine? I don't know what the effect would be, but releasing that. I want to see if there's even a theory about using it. It's very, I mean, that would be something that is highly risky because that shit is not exactly something you want to be flying around with. Handling and distribution of liquid hydrogen. The main challenges in utilizing liquid hydrogen are the extremely low temperatures and ortho to para hydrogen conversion. So it's not something you really want to mess around with. Let me see something else. What about dry ice? Let me see. Dry ice. Dry ice hurricane. I don't know. What is this? What is my mother doing? They said that they tried dry ice. And this is what they said. The promising results came into question in the mid-80s because observations in unmodified hurricanes indicated that cloud seeding had little prospect of success because hurricanes contain too much natural ice and too little supercooled water. that the positive results inferred from the seeding experiments in the 60s stem from inability to discriminate between the expected results of human intervention and natural behavior of hurricanes. I'm not buying that because they only dumped 80 pounds or 100 pounds in this experiment. So I think they need to, I mean, wouldn't you think the billions and billions and billions of dollars in damage and the loss of life, they would be working on models in a lab to try to figure out a way to weaken these? You know what I mean? I'll be right back. Mom is freaking out. What's going on? He's out cold. He's on the big bed sleeping. That dog is incredible. He's on the big bed all by himself sleeping. He's got the whole bed. That dog is too much. He's out cold in the master bedroom on the bed by himself, in the middle of the bed. What the heck is going on with you, KJ? Well, this is the story here. This is the story. And if you look at it, the water just sits. I don't even know if they have a sewage system there. Like, it doesn't look it. It doesn't look like there's much infrastructure here. So if it sits there and dumps feet of rain, the flooding alone is going to devastate this. Forget about the wind so much. It's the flooding. It's that water. And yeah, the wind too will cause damage, but it's going to be the flooding. In the low-lying areas, oh my gosh, all that water, where's it going to go? Oh boy. That is going to be crazy. I seen on the Weather Channel this morning before I started streaming, some areas could have over 3 feet of rain. Over 3 feet of rain. Let alone a Cat 5 wherever the eye wall makes landfall. They're going to have some serious, catastrophic damage. So right now, it's not looking good for this area. And that eye is textbook right now. Textbook. This is a textbook Cat 5. I hate to say it, but it's impressive on the satellite imagery. It is bad looking. And the weird thing is there's more storms developing. It looks like it wants to even strengthen. Look at that eye. Look how well organized, defined that eye is, that eye wall. Now it could go into an eye wall replacement cycle. It weakens, it wobbles. It could lose energy, it could strengthen. But this shit is bad. And I don't see no shearing, weakening on this side. Matter of fact, I see more energy feeding in. Look at these storms on this side coming in. Look at this. This is bad news for Jamaica. This is bad. And that's going to come up too. This is really bad. And it's not just here. It's going to go, well, they're projecting it's going to go to the western part of the island. Then it's going to cut over Cuba and affect these islands. I don't know if it'll be a Cat 5 by then. Might be a Cat 3. But if you look at the wind model, let's go forward. Look how it's going more to the west. Then it's expected to make that turn right there. And actually, Black River, was it? Yeah. They actually changed the model. The model has it more to the west now. Actually, the latest model has it more to the west. And then it's going to cut up this way. Look. Now it's going toward Cuba. And now it's heading to these islands. And that's still a major hurricane. So this is not just going to affect Jamaica. It's going to affect other areas too. Cuba, the island chain here. The impacts, and these are small islands. I mean, this shit is bad. Bad news for them. So, like I said, there's a lot going on. But getting back to the satellite. Look at that. This is really, I'm telling you, and I don't know what the time frame is. Let's look at the time frame. Late tonight, early tomorrow morning? Not even. Tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, this thing's supposed to make landfall. We still got it over 24 hours. I tried, I looked all over the western. I looked at Montego Bay. I looked all over. I couldn't find a camera that works. Not one. I tried. I couldn't find anything. The only thing I could find was Kingston. So, but again, even though the eye is going to make landfall probably on the western part of the island, the whole island's going to be affected. It's going to be the rain. It's going to be the rain. And it's a slow mover. They're going to get inundated with a lot of rain. Look at that picture. Do you think that area can take water? That water is going to be running down that road like a river. A lot of water is going to come off those mountains. Where's it going to go? If you look at this picture, their infrastructure, I mean, there is like, I see a sewer right there. How much can it take? How much water can that system take? Probably not a lot. So it's going to be, I think the water is going to be the issue here. The flooding. The wind where it makes landfall, but For the island, water. It's going to be catastrophic. The damage is going to be really bad here. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. But this doesn't look good for Jamaica. It just doesn't. And remember, it's way offshore still. A lot of that energy is going to be coming on shore in the next 12 to 24 hours. So, my prayers go out to all these people because they're going to need it. Not good. Anyway, I did write another song. So in Spanish, there's how you say chocolate is chocolate. And then KJ told me about that McDonald's caramel latte. So I wrote a song called Loco Latte. Loco Latte. I kind of combined. And I made it into something else. As I wrote it. I wrote the song in like 15 minutes. It was just flowing. It's one of the fastest ones I ever wrote lyrically. It's kind of a shock, actually, how fast I wrote it. I already published it. It should be up later. But this is the song, Loco Latte. I want some Loco Latte.
Pour some sugar, make me hot. Sweet as you can be, hits the spot. Makes me crazy, tastes so good. You make it better, as it should. Serve it every day. Love the way it swirls, moving side to side rapidly as we twirl. Starting off cold, your touch with its magic. Don't let it go, wasting would be tragic. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. He fills my body, you are my local latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are local latte. Hey, always so smooth, you look so fine. Nothing else matters, I know that you're mine. Feeling so good, love how you look from top to bottom. I know I am hooked. Take you to bed, ready to have some more. Don't need any covers, it's you that I adore. Never leave me alone, always at my side. Let's mix it up together, my eyes open wide. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. You're my local latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are local latte. We are local latte. We are local latte. Pour some sugar, make me hot. Sweet as you can be, hits the spot, hits the spot. Makes me crazy, tastes so good. Bitter as it should. Serve it every day. Love the way it swirls, moving side to side rapidly as we twirl. Starting off cold, your touch with its magic. Don't let it go, wasting would be tragic. You drive me crazy, can't do without you. He fills my body, you're my local latte. Love you every day, I can't live
like it. I like it. My loco latte. I'm posting it on Facebook right now. Loco latte. I like it. But then again, of course I'm gonna like it. I wrote it. I wrote the lyrics in like 15 minutes. It just came easy. That was like the fastest song I've ever done. It was shocking how fast I wrote this one. Hey, look right here. Is the lyrics. Let me just get some sound.
Pour some sugar, make me hot, sweet as you can be, hits the spot. Makes me crazy, tastes so good, you make it better, as it should. Serve it every day, love the way it swirls, moving side to side, rapidly as we twirl. Starting off cold, your touch with its magic, don't let it go, wasting would be tragic. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. He fills my body, you are my loco latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are loco latte. Hey, always so smooth, you look so fine. Nothing else matters, I know that you're mine. Feeling so good, love how you look from top to bottom. I know I am hooked. Take you to bed, ready to have some more. Don't need any covers, it's you that I adore. Never leave me alone, always at my side. Let's mix it up together, my eyes open wide. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. You're my loco latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are loco latte. Pour some sugar, make me hot, sweet as you can be, hit the spot, hits the spot. Makes me crazy, tastes so good, bitter as it should. Serve it every day, love the way it swirls, moving side to side, rapidly as we twirl. Starting off cold, your touch with its magic, don't let it go, wasting would be tragic. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. He fills my body, you're my loco latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are loco latte. Always so smooth, you look so fine. Nothing else matters, I know that you're mine. Feeling so good, love how you look from top to bottom. I know I'm hooked, take you to bed, ready to have some more. Don't need any covers, it's you that I adore. Never leave me alone, always at my side. Let's mix it up together, my eyes open wide. You drive me crazy, can't do it without you. Love you in my body, you're my loco latte. Love you every day, I can't live without you. Together we are one, we are loco latte. We are loco latte. We are loco latte.
So my focus now, moving forward, writing lyrics, is going to be more happy, dancey songs. Now, it came to me yesterday. I said, for some reason, chocolate that's how you say chocolate in Spanish. Chocolate. And then, like I said, a few weeks ago, KJ told me about this McDonald's caramel latte. It was freaking amazing. You got to put extra caramel on it. And I said, loco is crazy. And I said, I can make this meaning more than just about a drink. It could be about being with someone. Loco latte, being crazy about someone. But referring it to it as a latte. You see what I did with that song? Because it's not about just falling in love with a cup of latte. It's loco latte. It's actually clever the way I wrote that freaking song. I really like the way I came up with the concept of that song. And it was really easy for me to write the lyrics because it just flowed. Because I'm thinking about a drink, but then I'm thinking about it in another way. You see what I'm saying? So it really freaking worked. I saw Rick's Cafe. Remember, a lot of what we're seeing right now on the camera, tomorrow at this time, is what we really should be looking at here. The storm is 24 hours away really from really impacting Jamaica. So this is the prelude. This is like, I hate to say it, the calm before the storm. Like literally, this is the calm before the storm. These people don't have much time to get their shit together and prepare. For real. So, like I said, I'm praying for all the people in Jamaica, and this could be really, I mean, by tomorrow night, this could be devastating for this area. Devastating. I need to download that song to my phone and put that shit in my car. Now, Iron Maiden tickets go on sale tomorrow for fan club members. If you're a fan club member for Iron Maiden fan club, tickets go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. You'll be given a code. I already got my code. Later on today, they'll have a special Ticketmaster link to go to, only for Iron Maiden fan club members. You know, probably there in the morning, tomorrow. So, did you like that song, Genghis? Wasn't it good? Loco Latte? I just put it on Facebook. I don't know if it's up yet. It is published. It's going to take some time to appear. Oh, yeah, it's there. This could be one of my favorites I've written. I like the way the beat is. I like the way it flows. This could be one of my better songs. Singer. That's an old sewing machine company name. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's how I know it. I don't know why he just zoomed. They zoomed. I think the camera's on auto. Oh boy. Let me check this out. What's that say? Always. Their infrastructure. I mean, this place. What time is it there? It's 8:10 a.m. Like I said, this is the focus for here is really late. Actually, tomorrow. It really is tomorrow. I mean, they'll start getting the rain ahead of that, but as far as the storm itself, the hurricane, it's tomorrow. I mean, look how offshore it is. Tomorrow, let's go to 11 a.m. Look at that. Now the impacts are being felt. So this is still 24 hours away. Wow, they changed the model. It was here earlier. Now it's more to the west. But still, look at this onshore flow. They're going to get Black River. If this model is to stay, they're going to get pounded. And Montego Bay. Let me see. It's moving. Well, the Montego Bay's on that side. I have a feeling it's going to end up even maybe more to the west now. On the latest model. Let's see what the American says. Which I'm not a fan of, but the American is now agreeing. It always does. It comes together with the euro. So now the American is agreeing with the euro. They're pretty much showing it in the same place. Slightly different timing, but they're showing it in the same place now. They're both agreeing that somewhere here, this thing is going to make landfall. And then it's going to curve up through Cuba. By Guantanamo, which is right in here somewhere. There's Guantanamo. And then it's going to head to these islands over here. Holy shit. That is bad news for those islands. My God. We might have to look at Google Earth to see what is on those islands. Oh my God. Bad. It's bad news. I'm going to look at Google Earth just to get an idea of the terrain. Where's my Google Earth? I have so much shit. I could search it. I'm just lazy. Where is my Google Earth? I don't see it. I'm just going to have to do it. Here we go. Let's take a look carefully what's on that side of the island of Jamaica, Cuba, and those islands. I'm curious to see what's there. This is populated here, but oh man, these places are in deep shit. They're in trouble. Now I don't know if the Google Earth actually did a lot of times in other countries, see the main roads are done. Let's take a look. Holy shit, look at all these houses. Jesus. Oh my God. All right, now we're backwards. Wow. Look at this. Look at this place right here. Oh my God, and they're going to get the eye. As forecasted on the both models right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, but I'm not going to focus on the live cameras right now because I have that cam on the page that I'm using. Because there's nothing to watch right now. It's tomorrow. But look at this area. Look how heavily populated this is. Holy shit. Savannah Lamar Cove. This is where we want a camera right here. Holy shit. Wow. Here's Montego Bay. That's definitely populated. That's where a lot of cruise ships are. It's a port. Holy shit. This is bad news for this area. It's actually going to be worse for this side. I mean, the other side, of course, Kingston is populated, but see, if it would have went to the center, there's still a lot of places there, but not as much. This is going to be bad if it makes landfall here. Look at this. I want to check these islands. Okay, so this doesn't look populated at all, thank God. At all. It's like nothing there. I don't think it's going to make it this far, but if it does, not too much. There's some, but not too cray-cray. So I don't think these islands, because it's going to go this way to here. That's a small island. So yeah, this is the scary part right here. Yeah, Negril is all the way on this side. Negril may not be in the bad part of the storm. It might be on the left side where the winds are coming down. This, wherever the winds are coming into it, that's the part. It's the right quadrant of the storm, the northeast quadrant. That's where the highest winds are. This is the rain side. This is the wind side. I'm thinking here. This could be bad. This could be bad here. And maybe Montego Bay. Based on the models right now. I'm going to look one more time at windy. That's what they go by, models. The Euro. The American is pitiful, but so I'm looking at right there. Bang. Right where I just was talking about. There's Savannah Lamar. Negril is here. Shit, it's moving fast. That's it, right there, landfall. They're not even on the bad side, but if this thing moves a little bit more to the west, they're in it. See, this is what you're looking at. That onshore flow. And those winds around the eye. Look how close it is to this very populated fucking area. Look how close that is. Look how close that is to the eye. That is devastating for that area. Devastation. To have a Cat 5 eye make impact with those really high winds around the eye wall. Oh my God. All those houses are there. That's a very populated area. And this could definitely end up here. It could even end up in Negril. Or it could end up here. That's why we got to wait and see how this plays out. Let me see what the American is showing. Different timing, but let me back it up. Same thing. right next to it. The same, almost identical. This is the populated area. This is really bad. My God. So Kingston, which is here, they're not getting the brunt of the eye wall, but they're going to get a lot of rain. The whole island is, but it's raining now. You can see people with umbrellas. You can see visibility. But I'm more concerned about that left side of the island, the west. That shit is not, I'm telling you, I am not feeling this. This is not good. 24 hours from now, we got to see tonight, late tonight, we'll have a good idea where this thing is heading. Right now, not so much. Here's that area. Look at this shit. Look how dense. Look at this. If that eye comes this way, holy shit. Look at it. Now, the eye is projected to come somewhere over here. Right now. It's not as populated, but there is still. But not like that. That's how close it's going to be. If that eye makes landfall right in that area, forget it. It's going to be bad for the whole area, but... And as it crosses, it's not as populated. It's going to be populated along here, because this could be resorts. And then when we get to Montego Bay, forget it. Which is coming up now. Here. Holy shit. Look how populated it is in here. My God. Oh my God. Look at this. So the worst case scenario, I hate to say it, would be if the eye ends up more to the west. Because as it's curving, the stronger winds are going to be here. And if it's on this side, it's going to get Montego Bay. Remember, there's not a lot of land here. It's not like the hurricane is going to go from a Cat 5 to a Cat 3. So this is bad news. If right now they're predicting it like right around here going, but if that shit shifts to the west, these places are in the bullseye. I want to check it one more time because I got to get the hell out of here. I got to go on errands. I want to see the euro one more time. It's going to change by tonight. There's Montego Bay and Savannah. You see, right now it's predicted to go this way. Holy shit. Jesus. Look at the way the eye is, right near Montego. But it's to the right. Look how close. Remember how populated it is here. In here. That's how close. And Savannah. So if this storm shifts slightly to the west, which it can, it's going to affect Savannah and Montego Bay directly. That's how fucking close this is to those populated areas. And that's why I say we have to watch this carefully. Because if it goes more to the east, this is not as populated, which would be better. So I mean, in practical means, it would be less possible loss of life, devastation, catastrophic possible damage here from a Cat 5. If this thing goes more to the west, that would be bad. So that's how close it is. And the models are just models. Predictions are just predictions. You have to watch these. I won't say hourly. I would say by tonight, get a good idea where this thing is coming in. Because I bet you if we did the cone is probably like still covering a wide area. It's narrow, but I'm going to go to it now. I should have put NOAA. Should come up anyway. Let's take a look. Do not venture out. Catastrophic and life-threatening flash flooding. I said that about the rain. And in the mountains, landslides. It's the rain. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves expected along the southern coast through Tuesday. Then it goes to the Cuba and then the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, just like I showed you on the map. But this looks like this is an older model because it's hard to see it. I'm going to have to make this bigger. I think they're off. Major hurricane. It doesn't really show it. See? Look at the cone. Look at the cone. The cone has got the whole island. It's one of those things. You could predict all you want. It's a guesstimate. Hurricanes are a guesstimate. That's why I'm not a big fan of that. I can't imagine the rain. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at this. 20 to 30 inches of rain. And that includes Kingston. That is crazy. Oh my God. Almost two and a half feet of rain. Holy shit. Come on. Yeah, we just looked at that one. Again, it's tonight. It's up in the air. Oh, we know that. The whole island. All right, let me look at the key messages again. This is an old alert. Okay, this is as of this morning, the latest one. Maximum sustained winds at 160. Holy shit. Look how slow it's moving. 3 miles per hour. So the gusts are at like 200. Holy shit. Maximum sustained wind is 160. That is cray cray. Holy shit. That's why I said if it hits those populated areas with the eye wall, with those winds, those houses, bad. Destructive winds, especially in the mountains, will begin by this evening, leading to extensive infrastructural damage, long-lasting power and communication outages, and isolated communities. Life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected. And then it's got the alerts for the other areas. This is bad. This is bad. I can't put it any other way. Potentially. So, again, my thoughts and prayers go out to these people. Where do you go? I mean, really. You're not going to the mountains. And all that water's going to come down. It's raining there now. And you can see the water. Look at the water pounding right now. It hasn't even started. It's freaking nuts. Can you imagine 3 feet of water here? And the landslide, mudslides, all that shit. Forget it. We'll find out tomorrow. Because we're not going to see nothing tonight. That's even if these cameras, which I don't think, in Kingston. But I'm going to check something that KJ said. Because I know I did see a Negril, or whatever it's called, camera. Because it's part of this. I have to bookmark this page. Because it has a lot of cameras on it. I know I saw a Negril. But it wasn't a live cam. No. Rick's Cafe, live cam. It's not live. It's offline. Let me try this one. Can you imagine a fucking bridge like this? Check this out. Could you imagine what this is going to look like? A river? Look. Could you imagine what this is going to look like? Look at that road. Can you imagine what that's going to look like? Look at that road. That road will probably be underwater. Because of all the rain in the mountains. That's probably going to be underwater. That bridge may not make it by the ravaging, the force of the water. That bridge may not be there by Wednesday. I doubt that shed will be there because of the water. So this is bad. Wherever the heck that is. So again, this is just a snapshot. And I've got a couple, this is a good site that has quite a bit of cameras. Not that they're gonna work. Okay, that's the one we were just looking at. What is this? Let's try this one. Let's see what this one looks like. Again, this is Kingston. I'm seeing where the camera pans. It's just staying in that one little area. See, this one's not working. Not found. Montego Bay. So there really isn't that much really as far as cameras. Not at all. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this. That's the bottom line. And I will. After I'm done working tonight, I'll definitely come back in about 12 hours and check this and see where the storm is. Because, like I said, by tonight, definitely have a better idea where this thing is coming in. Right now, I mean, I'm talking about direct landfall. Because that could be a big deal for those people on the western part of the island. The more populated areas. Like Montego Bay. So I'll keep an eye on this, but right now I got to get off. I got to run on some errands before work tonight. So my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Jamaica. Pray for them and their safety. That's all you can really do. Sitting in my spot. I don't know how much they can do there. Because there could be power outages for days or weeks. The infrastructure is going to get, that's the part here too, the infrastructure, the damage to infrastructure, communications, power, you name it. And that also affects water. I mean, this could get really, really bad for these people. This could potentially be a catastrophe for Jamaica. Potentially. Catastrophic. And hopefully it won't be as bad as they think it's going to be. But I'm sure it's all over the media. I would think. I'm sure they got to be covering it a little bit. And can you imagine? Alexa, what is the annual budget for Jamaica?
Jamaica's annual budget for the 2025 to 2026 financial year is $1.26 trillion Jamaican dollars. This represents a 9.1% decrease from last year's revised budget of $1.38 trillion. Would you like to know more about Jamaica's economy?
I would like to know more about emergency funding in the event of a disaster in Jamaica.
Jamaica's National Disaster Fund has grown to over $550 million, from $100 million.
Alexa, stop. 550 million. Their disaster funding. This shit could run in the billions. Especially if it comes to infrastructure. If they have 550 million allocated to disaster funding, that ain't cutting it. Not from a Cat 5. This could run in the billions. And I don't know who's coming to their aid. Holy shit. 550 million they have in disaster funding. Oh boy. So I pray they don't get that because they're screwed. They're screwed. These people are, it's more than just, it's the economic catastrophe to Jamaica. Holy shit. So this is even worse than you can imagine. And just think about trying to get help to that island. I know there's an airport near Montego Bay. But my God, this could be oh my God. Matter of fact, you're looking at an airport right there in Kingston. Right here on the screen. There's the tower. So I know there's one on the west by Montego, and then there's one in Kingston. Just trying to airlift supplies there is going to be crazy. So the ramifications here could be weeks, months, who knows? But that freaking storm looks crazy on satellite imagery. It just looks really scary. If I was living in Jamaica, I'd be fucking, excuse my language, but I'd be a nervous wreck. I'd be like, look at this eye. Look how organized that is. Look at all this energy coming into it too. And all that shit is coming right toward the island. That's rain everywhere. Doesn't matter where you are. There's a lot here. A lot of lightning in here. It's like the storm wants to get bigger. But look at this. There is no shear that looks like it's coming in to destroy it. This thing is coming in. A 160 mile per hour sustained as of 2 hours ago. 160. That's catastrophic. Wow. We don't need the radar. But look at all the lightning already. This shit is intensifying on this side. This is energy coming right in. So there you go. And I'm gonna go take care of errands now. I have a live show at 7. So I may pop in this afternoon, give it a few hours, just to see what the latest has, what's going on. I think, what do we have? 8, 11, 4, 7. Or is it 5? 5 o'clock, I think it is. 5 o'clock. There's a update on NOAA, National Hurricane Center. So by 5 o'clock, let's see what the latest updates are for this area. And we have a problem on the East Coast. It's not just, we may have a system coming up the coast to affect us by end of week. There's that right there. Oh, it looks like it's going to make landfall. And there's the energy for us by the end of the week. Alexa, what's the weather for Thursday?
Thursday will be cloudy with rain. High of 58 degrees and low of 47 degrees. There's a 98% chance of rain during the day.
I can see that. So that's, the system is here. So yeah, we're going to get it. I'm going to look at the overall forecast here. And look where the storm is. It's curving out. And here's that low pressure here. Wow, it's going to be nasty for a few days here. It might be okay for Halloween. Maybe. There's a system over there. I don't trust the models now. It's too far out. It's a week away. I don't trust it. Another low here. The midsection of the country is going to have a lot of shit going on. The plains. Wow, look at that Gulf moisture coming up. I don't trust the model though. But that would be bad for here. But this is way out. Not to be trusted. So I'm not going to look at it. All right. I am out of here. I've got to go do some stuff. Again, my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Jamaica. And I'll see everybody later on this afternoon. Be well, be blessed, be safe. Have a great month.